Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to today, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful day, this beautiful world. Thank you for coming into my world today. Welcome, 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 everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you guys as always. Thank you for joining. Yay, love! Let me know who's tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let's feel the love. Let's activate the love. Welcome, 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 everyone. Today, we are talking about forgiveness. We're talking about finding inner peace and healing our wounds. And today is going to be a 30-minute, really short live. And then I'm actually going to do this topic again on Monday. Actually, let me set up that live right now. I'm going to be doing this live again next Monday, and it will be a longer live. I actually have to apologize to you, but I got scheduled for a coaching call at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I thought it was originally at 12 Standard Time. So I apologize. It will be a shorter live, but I promise you, it will still be all of the love in the world. You still will feel my love. You still will get the love. You still get all of the answers, and you will find forgiveness, and you will find healing, and you will find peace. So let me just set up this live for Monday real quick. And let me know, how is everyone doing today? Let me know in the chat, how is everyone doing? How are you feeling today? How is your heart today? And just start to put in the chat this idea of forgiveness. What does forgiveness mean to you? What does it mean to actually forgive someone, to actually let go, to actually find peace with the past, find peace with another person? I'm just going to set this live. All right, guys. Okay, so let me know who's here. Hello, Amelia. Hello, Kay. Hello, Ray. Hello, Isha. Hello, everyone. So, everyone, I'm just going to dive right in today. Since we have a limited time, I'm going to ask us to please close down our eyes. And just place your hands on your heart. And just start to breathe into your heart. Breathing out through your heart. And just allow your heart to start to speak. Allow your heart to communicate with you deeper. Telling you what you need. Telling you how it feels. And just notice, how is your heart today? Is your heart feeling happy and joyful and filled with love and peace? Or is your heart feeling a little bit pain? Is it feeling a little wounded? Is it in need of a little support and healing? Wherever you're at today, accept it. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Breathe into it. Breathe out, opening and expanding your heart into deeper love. And whatever you're feeling in your heart right now, I want you to pick your favorite color and just send your favorite color of light to your heart, filling your heart with love, filling your heart with grace. Not taking away the pain, not taking away whatever you're feeling, acknowledging that that's there, but just filling it up with a little light, bringing a little bit of light to the darkness. Just as the stars shine in the night sky, we're not taking away the darkness, because there's a lesson in the darkness, there's a lesson in the pain, but we're going to shine light on it like a star. until the night sky is ready to be completely healed, completely transcended, and completely lit up like the daytime. So breathe into this and breathe out. And then just send this light that you anchored into your own body out into the world. Sending this light out to everyone that's here, everyone that's watching this live on Insight Timer, everyone that will watch this live on, or watch this later on YouTube. Just send them love. And breathe in. And breathe out. And when you're ready, opening up your eyes, coming into this space. Welcome back, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome back. So thank you guys, everyone, so much for joining today. I'm so grateful. This is my greatest passion, my greatest joy. Oh, I just splashed my eye. I love being here. I love, love, love what I do. If this is your first time joining me today, welcome. My name is Jen Rose Giannetti. I am a love coach, a transcendental coach and leader, helping people to transcend, awaken, and expand into more love, more light, more radiance. So today, we're going to talk about forgiveness. We're going to talk about finding inner peace and healing our wounds. And so I want to invite you to just put in the chat, what does it mean for you to forgive? And be open and honest. If there's any pain that you're harnessing where you feel like you're not forgiving, please be open and honest and talk to me today, communicate with me. And I promise to always be open and honest with you guys as well. So my intention for today is to help us to explore this transformative power of forgiveness. So put in the chat, what does forgiveness mean to you? What wounds do you have around your forgiveness? Let me just see where everyone's at with this topic of forgiveness, this topic of healing, this topic of wounds that we're experiencing. Letting go, good morning, happy rising, freedom and acceptance, yes, absolutely. So I'm going to define for this live and recognize that there's no right or wrong way to define forgiveness, to define anything. It's all personalized, it's all perspective. But for me, forgiveness is a conscious choice to release the resentment and to let go of the negative emotions. This doesn't mean that we're justifying behavior. This doesn't mean that we're saying that what the person did was kind or loving or acceptable. But it's a conscious choice to say, well, you know what? Yeah, what you did was pretty shitty. Yeah, and what you did brought me pain. And yeah, what you did was not your best mode. I'm not justifying your behavior, but I'm consciously choosing to release the resentment. I'm consciously choosing to let go of the negative emotion. Because the truth is, us being in pain, us hurting and being angry and being frustrated and being sad and being resentful and having negative emotions towards someone else or some kind of situation is hurting us. It's hurting us. And we often have this belief system that if we just stay mad at someone long enough, they're going to feel our anger and then they're going to apologize. And then it's going to be better, and then everything will be good. But what happens when we're really angry? Instead of people coming closer to us, we end up pushing people away. When we're really angry, we push people away. When we're really emotional, we push people away. And by letting go, by releasing, hey, Jeff, that's why you're here. That's why you're here, for me to help you to let things go. Letting go and healing from the past pain or suffering, yeah. So we're going to learn to let it go today. And we're going to have a longer live on Monday because today is going to be shorter and I apologize. But when we learn to just let it go and release it and let go of the negative emotions, it frees us, it brings freeness to us, and it frees the other person. So there are psychological and emotional benefits of forgiveness. It's not just this woo-woo, let me let go of things. But those actual benefits to your body, to your soul, to your energy field, when we tap into forgiveness, forgiveness lowers our stress and improves our well-being. It increases our self-esteem. And science has shown, there's actual research that has shown that forgiveness helps to better our health. It helps to lower our blood pressure. It helps to reduce heart disease. And if you think about it, like you can think about this in a science perspective, you can think about this in a spiritual sense. But I found it really funny that science showed that it lowers our blood pressure and it lowers our heart disease. Because we often, when we're not forgiving, what happens is we have all this blood, right, rushing into us through anger, through sadness, through bitterness. Like blood is just rushing. Our heart is racing. And so, and we feel it. We feel this anger. We feel this resentment. We feel this bitterness right here. We feel it in our heart. Tell me if that resonates with you. And so it makes sense that it would affect our heart, that it would literally lead to heart disease, that it literally leads to high blood pressure, because so much blood is rushing throughout your body when you're in this state of anger and not forgiveness and resentment, and you're constantly having these cycling thoughts of, God, why did they hurt me? And God, what they did to me was so horrible, and they should contact me, and they should talk to me, and how could they have done this to me? And like, holy moly, so much blood rushing to us. And so it's honestly, it's so funny. So when we let go, when we learn to forgive, and I'm going to teach you how to forgive. Who wants to know how to forgive? We're going to get there. It helps us physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So the first step in forgiveness is acknowledge the pain and hurt. Like, honestly, acknowledge it. I want you to put it in the chat, be open, be honest. I'm about to do the same. But acknowledge the pain and the hurt that you're feeling. And validate your emotions and allow space for the healing. Before we can heal anything, we have to first face it. We have to admit that, what that person did was really fucking shitty. Excuse my language if there's any children around. But what they did is not great. And it hurt and it's painful. And I'm gonna tell you guys an example. Who wants an example from my own life? So my father and I have a very complicated relationship. And if you would have looked at me when I was a little girl, when I was just this itty bitty 5-year-old little girl, I was daddy's little girl. My daddy was my whole world. I'm tearing up thinking about it. And I can remember how truly in love I was with my father. And I remember as a little girl feeling like my dad was the best thing in the whole entire world. I remember even choosing my father over my mother. And somewhere during our life, something changed, something shifted. And now I'm getting married and I'm engaged, and I haven't talked to my father since May. And I know that my father has his own grief and his own guilt and his own pain and his own heart. And he hasn't reached out to me. I went back, I live in Pennsylvania, and I went back in May. And it was the day before my engagement party where me and my fiance threw ourselves an engagement party because I wanted to celebrate us. So I threw that for ourselves. And I didn't wait for anyone to throw it for us. And my mother was supposed to come. They were supposed to come to the engagement party. My father, before the engagement party, I had found my wedding dress. and you can probably hear my inner child in this, but I dreamed, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm actually going to move over. If you see, you probably can't see, but I have this little corner over here. And this has nothing but bride stuff. There's like a little bride nutcracker, there's bridal books. And I don't have that because I'm engaged. I have that because as a little girl, for whatever reason, maybe it was trauma, maybe it was hurt, maybe it was pain, I fantasized about the day I would be married. I had my whole wedding planned by the time I was 10. I was crazy, and I can admit, looking back at myself as a kid, I was crazily obsessed that my first business, before I was a love coach like I am now, I was a wedding planner. I had a wedding planning business because I thought weddings were everything. So I've been dreaming of this wedding day my whole life. And my wedding dress was, when I pictured my wedding, the most important thing for me was my wedding dress. That was the visuals, my wedding dress. That's the most, besides my husband, my wedding dress was the most important aspect of my day. And so my father said he'd pay for the wedding dress. And he told me, go ahead, buy the wedding dress. I'll send you money for the wedding dress. Well, it's now been since May. He hasn't called me. He hasn't answered the phone for me. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's feeling. I feel abandoned. I feel ignored. I feel rejected. This is not the first time, obviously, in my 30 years this has happened. But it's a sensitive time, right? And as I'm feeling these wounds over my own father, let's be honest, it leaks into my relationship with my fiance. It affects our relationship, subconsciously, consciously. And so I've been holding on to a lot of pain over this. And I tried calling multiple times, and I finally got into this place of, well, you know what? I'm going to let go. When he's ready to call me, he can call me. When he wants to text me, he can call me. When he wants to visit me, he can visit me. I'm going to let it go. And then yesterday, and I'm going to come into this, I let it go. Next week, I'm actually going back to Michigan for my best friend's wedding. Who, you know, obviously my family knows my best friend. My family is invited to my best friend's wedding. She's been my best friend since we were 3 years old. So literally the majority of my life. And so I'm going home. So I have to, because I'm going to see my father. And it's ironic and it's synchronistic and it's not a coincidence that this pain that I'm feeling is around my own wedding. And I'm going home for my best friend's wedding in a week. So I get it. I get how painful it is. I get it. And it's not easy and it hurts. And I know you guys have your own stories. And so the first step in this is acknowledging our pain. I'm going to acknowledge, like, yeah, that hurt. And I'm going to acknowledge that, yes, I'm 30 years old. And yes, I'm a grown woman. But there's a little girl inside me still that's 5 years old that still wants daddy. That still loves daddy. And I'm going to validate and I'm going to acknowledge that pain. I'm going to acknowledge that hurt. Step 2 is after we've acknowledged it, I gave you my example, is we choose to let it go. We choose to release the resentment. And so some tools to release the resentment is reflection. Practice self-reflection. Practice expressing your emotions just like I did. Talk about it. Express it. Allow yourself to feel it until you have clarity. Cultivate empathy and compassion. Be empathetic for yourself and be compassionate for yourself. And most importantly, and this is the hardest thing, is be empathetic and be compassionate to the other person. Because the truth is, yes, I'm hurting, and I also know my father's hurting too. And whether his pain has anything to do with me or not, most likely it doesn't. Most likely my father's filled with his own guilt and his own pain and his own resentments and his own feelings of not being the father that he dreamed he'd be and not being the man that he wanted to be. And I have to have compassion and empathy that whatever I'm feeling, he's probably feeling that too. with a different storyline. And when you realize that someone else that you're hurting over is hurt, it helps you to forgive a little bit more. It helps you to let go of the resentment, because you realize that just as you are doing the best that you can, they're doing the best they can too. And they might not have the coping mechanisms that you have. They might not have the tools and the skills and the strategies. They might not have Insight Timer where you can find someone like me that can tell you how to forgive. They might want to forgive. They might want to let go. They might want to stop hurting. They might want to stop feeling pain. Of course they do. But they don't know how to. So the way in which they react is they don't pick up the phone. They yell at you. They scream at you. They treat you poorly. Because they don't have the tools. So have compassion and empathy. Next, my favorite is forgiveness meditation. And to meditate and to cultivate forgiveness towards yourself and to others. To visualize the person that you're holding resentment towards and mentally offer them forgiveness. By repeating things as, I release my resentment and I choose to forgive you. You don't even need to let go of your resentment, and you don't even have to get to the place of forgiving them yet. But by just saying, hey, I want to forgive them, I want to release resentment, it allows you to find the way of how to do it. I don't know how to stop hurting, but I know I want to stop hurting. And in my knowing that I want to stop hurting, then I find the way to stop hurting. So know that you want it and just meditate and say, I release you, I forgive you, and know that the way in which you can do it will let you go, will find a way to you. Next, write a letter of forgiveness. And you can either give this to them or just write it for yourself and let it go and burn it. But this is what I did yesterday. This was how I solved things with my father. Is I realized he wasn't answering my phone calls. So I sent him a text message using nonviolent communication. And I won't go through it. It wasn't a long text, but it simply went something along the lines of, hey, I'm observing that we haven't talked and I feel hurt and I would like to reach out. And I'm assuming, and maybe I'm wrong, that maybe you're hurting too. And what I want is to have a relationship with you. And if you want the same, feel free to call me tomorrow. I'm available. Nothing big. But in writing that letter, it releases the pressure on us. It lets go of the pressure of, you know what? I did my due diligence. I spoke my truth. I spoke my heart. I honored myself. And then you let it go. Next is seek support. Get a coach. Here's one. I'm one. Find another one. Have someone listen to you. Have someone there that can support you and love you. And practice the self-care that you need. And most importantly, give yourself forgiveness. Not only the other person, but give yourself forgiveness. Forgive yourself for your own hurt. Forgive yourself for your own actions. Forgive yourself for being angry. Forgive yourself for feeling the pain. How often, raise your hand, not that I can see your hand, but put some hearts in the chat, if you often feel pain over the pain. Forgive yourself for that and let it go. And when you do all of this, you will find more peace. So I want to go through the chat now. I only have about 5 minutes. I apologize for the short live today, but I hope that it jump-started you. I have a full live on Monday that you can listen to. It will be an hour long, so it will be filled with more. It will go deeper into forgiveness. It will go deeper into cultivating more peace and acceptance and gratitude and compassion. So feel free to check that out on Monday. So yeah, and let me know what you thought. Please give me feedback. All feedback is good feedback. I see you've hurt back. Yeah, but wanna know what? The truth is, there's a lesson in the pain. There's a lesson in the pain. And wanna know what? I'm not sorry that I'm hurting. I'm not sorry that I'm disappointed. I honor it, I see it, I feel it. But wanna know what? The amount of our pain is the amount of our love. And so this pain, this disappointment, this sadness, this anger, this bitterness teaches me and shows me, wow, I really love deep. Wow, I really care. And so in all of the pain and all of the anger and all of the disappointment, there's a lesson in it. And I can be grateful for it. And that's the next step, is being grateful for your pain. I just came up with a new Heal Heartbreak course. Actually, I'm going to put in the chat on Insight Timer. I'm super, super, super excited about it. It's called Heal Heartbreak, Make Love. And it's all about literally healing. It's about letting go of the pain and the hurt that you're feeling. It's designed for anyone who's going through a breakup or a broken heart and wants to feel more love, wants to manifest their life partner, or wants to manifest better relationships, wants to have a more loving presence in their life. Check that out. It's now officially an Insight Timer. I'm super excited about that. And it's a 12-lesson course here on Insight Timer. It's on the Insight Premium, so check that out. I'm super, 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 super excited about that one. I've been hurt by a group of bullies. Ava, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. And the reason that people hurt people is because they hurt themselves. The expression of hurt people rings true. You can't hurt people if you're not hurting yourself. You can't scream at someone if you don't have energy bubbling up and you're not frustrated about someone. And just the same, peaceful people bring more peace. Loving people bring more love. And so, Ava, what I would encourage you to help you is to recognize that just as they've bullied you and they're hurting you, somewhere down the line, they've been bullied. Someone's bullying them. Maybe it's their parent or another friend. But it's like a domino effect. If someone pushes them, they're going to push you. And you have to decide, want to know what? I'm better than this. The hurt stops here. I'm going to channel the hurt that I feel in a different way. I'm going to channel in writing. I'm going to channel it in talking to someone. I'm going to channel it into emotional release tools. I'm going to scream at a pillow and say everything that I want to say to that person, but I'm going to say it to the pillow. Those strategies to stop the domino effect. But if the domino has hit you, you can validate that hurt, validate that it hit you, validate the wrongness, but still recognize that that domino only hits you because something hit it. And just get out of the way of the domino. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Walk away. Walk away from anything that's no longer serving you. Walk away from something that's not helping you and ascending you into your greatest version of yourself. Become empowered in who you are. Beautiful. Yeah, Jeff. Oh, I heal you. Jeff, I heal that she hurt you mentally and probably emotionally and spiritually, and I'm sorry to hear that. And the truth is, you don't have to be ready to date yet, but recognize that all of those other women, they want the ones that hurt you. So don't hurt them because your ex-wife hurt you. Don't close down your heart just because your wife didn't love you in the way that you wanted and deserved to be loved. Because your wife can only love you to the amount that she loved herself. People can only love us to the amount that we love ourselves. So check out my course. I would really highly advise you, Jeff, to check out that course. It's designed for anyone that's going through a breakup and wants to open up their heart when they're ready and meet their life partner. It's very good. It's very, very good. So I love you guys. I'm sorry to spring out like this, but I hope today helped. I hope today felt empowered. If this was your first live with me, please make sure to follow me. Join my circle here or my group here on Insight Time or Deluxe Higher Love. If you resonate with my teachings, my coaching, my material, feel free to check me out on other platforms, Instagram, my website, Deluxe. This live will go on YouTube after, so you'll get to watch it again if you missed any part of it. I have one spot available for a one-on-one coaching membership. I only do 5 coaching memberships at a time so that I can give all of my time and attention to my clients. I do coaching sessions as well, and I have a few of those open. So if you resonate with this, if you're looking to forgive, if you're looking to let go, if you're looking to heal, if you're looking to find inner peace, and you're looking to find more love, then reach out to me. I'd love to serve you and help you to heal, to overcome whatever it is that you're experiencing with deeper intention. So I love you guys. I love you. Let's just end with placing your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And let it all go. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Feel free to leave a donation if it resonates with you. And I will see you guys on Monday when I do this live again in a longer portion. Bye, guys.